flow rather than we हम लोग तो internally adjust कर सकते हैं. So the idea was that initial plan was that we'll be taking for 1.5 or maximum 3 hours, which is 9 to 12. It's almost like 1:30 now, and I was supposed to take from 12 to 1:30. And announced paper was paper 2 and Kautilya's Arthashastra. That we will not do today, so it's better that we have a break and come back for lunch and start the next class at 2:30. कौन सा सब्जेक्ट है? लास्ट वीक जो शकुंतला मैम ने लिया था उसका कंटिन्यूएशन. So we'll not take the Arthashastra class. We'll not take the Arthashastra class, but I thought I will just recap and tell you where we are at paper 2. Because paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, paper 4, we should all know where we are, right? So paper 1, I think there's a good progress, types of leadership, local, global, all that, there are various leaders coming in. Paper 2 is what we will be focusing on Arthashastra. Paper 3, enlightened leadership, and of course paper 4, which is ancient Indian text. So I think all lectures have been overall balanced. सबका कुछ ना कुछ हुआ है. Only difference is that this paper is currently being taken by me only. It's supposed to be taken by me and Shubha Doshi madam. But she'll come back now. The good news is that she's very well. So maybe as per the doctor's recommendation, she'll be back. But I think each of the papers, the progress is quite good. And we wanted to have assignments. आप लोगों ने बहुत लोगों ने दिया है. बिल्कुल जब break है कोई बात नहीं दे दीजिए. We don't want to burden you with more assignments this semester. One field visit has happened. We'll plan a couple of more field visits. Other important thing is that there will be projects. Some of you already started doing that. Don't worry about that. One interesting thing that has happened is that now we have started getting confirmation from a lot of leaders. Now, Ashish sir, I think this semester the formal lecturing will be done. We will go for a field visit. The thing is that tomorrow we have the CEO of Future Group.
Yes.
What's her name? So interestingly, she is also a student at Sanskrit Department. Yeah, that's it. So we have Aika, E-I-K-A, Banerjee Chaturvedi. Now she interestingly heads the learning in Future Group. Learning group. So they have a learning division. Future Group में बहुत सारे हैं. Big Bazaar is there. lot of things are there. And we did a lot of programs also together. We done some programs in the company. So I said, why did you come? The first question she asked, should I speak on women leadership? You see that one of the examples of great women leadership. Yeah. So she's going to be there tomorrow. So we have good industry. So we got confirmation from 2-3 very interesting people. So we have D. Shivanandan sir coming.
Excellent.
Okay. So directly from Maharashtra Police. Next week we will try and exactly fix up the timing and all. So that we will let you know. Then we have the president of Reliance Group agreed to come. Captain Raghuram. How many of you know him? If you go to TED, you can see a lot of his talks. He talks about leadership at 18,000 feet. Argil war and he was part of all that. So we have somebody, but currently he is the president in Reliance Group. So Aditya Burla would cover ho gaya, Reliance cover ho gaya aapke liye, and then Future Group cover ho gaya. And we got BMC already done. We have Avkash Yadav sir. We have Shivanandan sir coming, of course. That's it. Those are there. The idea of telling you all is that now we have a lot of more and more interesting people coming in. They're all getting commitment. We got a commitment from the Indian Air Force. So they have a strategic leadership level. So some of them are agreed to come from the Defense Ministry also. But thoda process time lagta hai. Another important thing is that we have one area that yet has to be covered, which is basically scientific leadership. If you look at paper 3, I think it's enlightened leadership, and we have science and technology. Remember that? Yeah. So we'll try and get quite a few people on the scientific field. In our board of studies, which is the body which designs your course. Okay, so we have one person from the government of India who holds a very interesting portfolio. He is the leader at an organization called as Vigyan Prasar. Vigyan means what? Science. Prasar means spread, outreach. This is formally been constituted in our Indian Constitution as a fundamental right. You may not know this. We have a fundamental right called right to vote. fundamental right called right to live, right to education now. How many of us know that this is the only country in the world, which has got a fundamental right to learn science? Yes, we don't even know this. The Constitution of India, because the founders, when they formed post-India, post the British era, they said we were lacking behind in science and technology. Isn't it true? So Vivekananda and a lot of people said, India has to become very scientific. Because there's a lot of myth about, the superstitions in India, spirituality not being scientific, all that stuff. So India is the only country in the world that every single child's fundamental duty is to learn science. That's why all school science is a compulsory subject. And therefore, this particular scientist who's done a lot of work in the scientific field, he's heading a government organization called as Vigyan Prasad. He'll be also coming and speaking to us what all scientists have done to India that we should not miss out now. We look at, we have politicians, we have sportsmen, we have industrialists, businessmen, right? We should not forget that the scientists who have taken India to a global level, isn't it? We talk about satellites being done. We talk about the kind of research projects that we are doing. So it's a leadership science. You need not be a scientist, but we should understand the contribution of great people, right from Homi Baba. I hope everybody knows him. So there are a lot of leaders. So that is one aspect that we have to get touched, that we will be touching soon. Okay. So there will be a lot of leaders coming and speaking. So this is going to get richer and richer. So as I always tell, please get your friends and family along. Those are interested. The idea is that this course is absolutely open for anybody and everybody. One of the suggestions is that बाकी departments में भी डालो, बोले नहीं यार हमारे में बैठने को जाना है. So that the CA students, you should continue, it should be your first priority, but please invite the others. I can see quite a friends also coming, but please continue. There is no bindage in that. Maybe in the next sem, we will start organizing and getting bigger people, maybe Anand Mahindra himself. People are public figures, maybe Narayan Murthy and things like that. But we want to settle down this first batch and first semester principally. So we'll get into managing, and that time we'll get into bigger auditoriums, maybe 1,000 people auditorium. That I will try later on, because we say why only we should benefit from leaders. We should also make sure we invite better leaders. So all these mix and match, a lot of IPS officers, IAS officers. The two of the IAS officers have also agreed, who are working in different parts of India. So we'll see all that as it's happening. So before I talk about anything else, I want to tell you where we are at paper 2. Arthashastra, right? Good part is that thanks, we manage books for everybody, and everybody at least has a copy of it, right? If not, at least you know where to refer to. Now, let me go back to paper 2, which is what we are supposed to cover today. If you look at in semester 1, we had 2 credits to be completed. You don't have to refer to it, it's already there in your syllabus. It says MA Part 1 Paper 2 is Kautilya Arthashastra, and we are supposed to cover, first one is Kautilya Arthashastra, a textual study, introduction of Kautilya Arthashastra, historical and philosophical, the introduction of Kautilya Arthashastra from different commentaries and commentators like Shama Shastri, R.P. Kamble, Unni and L. Rangarajan. We have covered all that, isn't it? And let me tell you, we have already started learning the text. You may not be aware of it, that almost 2 or 3 classes we only took on the topics, isn't it? So you get topic पढ़ रहे हो. The first chapter of Arthashastra is topics only. So we already done that. So Arthashastra का background cover हो गया, history cover हो गया, Chanakya cover हो गया. What is Arthashastra book everybody has got? We know different commentators, translators, that has been covered. So very good progress in that. And now we know what are the topics, isn't it? Are you clear? Now in this particular semester, there is only one more thing to be done. That is to cover a topic called Anvikshiki. So that is actually the second chapter. But the first knowledge. Index is not a knowledge. The first chapter, so we'll get it tomorrow morning. We will start covering up Anvikshiki over a period of 2 lectures. Maybe 3 lectures, that's all. Otherwise, we are almost done with paper. So progress is very good. This is, as a captain, I need to track run rate kitna hua hai. So let me tell you that we are very good. So all your notes jo le rahe hain, lete raho. So we'll compare all the notes and videos later on when it comes to exam time. But let me tell you, as far as the knowledge is concerned, paper 2 with 1 or 2 lectures, almost this unit is done. Okay, but let me just read out what is Anvikshiki, a philosophical methodology of critical thinking, different philosophies that we will cover, Sankhya, Yoga and Lokayata, and references of Anvikshiki in other texts. What it is, we will see later. Okay, so you at least know where you are at paper 2. जिन्होंने अटेंड नहीं किया है कोई बात नहीं, notes है, you can have exchange of the videos, discussions. But any questions in paper 2 till now technically? I'm not telling you doubts. Sir, वो समझा नहीं मेरे, वो बाद में देखेंगे technically class. But any other broad questions? हो गया, so paper 2 is in very good progress.
So 20 marks practical project assignment.
हाँ, don't worry about it right now. वो आपके बताते रहेंगे, जैसे assignment itself is a part of it. Project is other. Don't worry about this particular stage. Okay, now I want to tell you two things before we break for lunch. Number one is that today's and tomorrow's session and some of the speakers were lined up. If you see now, पहले पता नहीं था कि संडे को कितने बजे हैं, कौन आने वाला है. We are trying to streamline it. Many people say, can we plan our holidays? Can we? It's good. It's important. So why am I telling you this? That it is not that I don't want to tell you on Monday who is the lecture that's going to happen on Saturday and Sunday. Even though I plan, it's not necessary that others will be ready. So one of the reasons you are getting all the updates on a Friday evening or at least Friday afternoon, the earliest possible, is that the people on the other side may not be available. You understand my point? There are only 2 full-time people over here, that is myself and Shubha Joshi madam. Remaining everybody is a visiting faculty, isn't it? You understand, if you want to get those dates, it's not easy. And many of them say, हाँ आएंगे. But वो क्या होता है कि उनके भी priorities होते हैं ना? You understand my point? So like Ashish should agree, but then he has to of course look at his work priority first, right? Finally says, okay, listen, I'm coming tomorrow. And then we have to ask him, कौन सा time slot? Then he says, okay, how much? 1.5 hours, 3 hours. Then you have to mix match all those things. So now onwards, basically, please make sure that this availability of Saturday, Sunday fully होगा. कौन कब आएगा? Don't worry about that too much. But I can tell you every week कौन आने वाला है. But one important thing is that all your 4 papers will be covered in all the lectures. Have you seen that range? Paper 1 का कुछ हो रहा है, paper 2 का हो रहा है, paper 3 का हो रहा है, paper 4 का हो रहा है, and you are able to get a feel of everything. Okay. But I'll tell you at least about today and tomorrow. At least today we are supposed to have 2 lectures, 1.5 hours, Ashish sir, one of mine and one of Shakuntala. So today मेरा नहीं होगा. That is we have good quality discussion with Ashish sir. But Ashish ji का class for this semester at least, semester number 1 is done. Practical project हम लोग करेंगे, ठीक है? Next is Shakuntala ma'am. She will be covering and completing her lecture today. What is her topic? Kabandaka needs. Interestingly, what she is covering is based on Arthashastra. So you saw that, right? You can get a lot of inputs from it. I'll be back to tomorrow. Tomorrow we are starting 1 hour late, but we are going to stay back 1 hour late. And it's going to be very interesting because number one, I'll be taking the Anvikshiki class tomorrow, so don't have to come at 9 o'clock. Come at 10 o'clock. 10:15 तक आ जाइए. 1.5 hours करके हम लोग 12 o'clock को खत्म करेंगे. We'll start with Anvikshiki. Maybe 1 or 2 class and then even that is done. After that we have Aika who will be speaking on leadership and she will talk about systems of leadership. Types of leadership हो गया, personalities of leadership हो गया, और systems of leadership. See, everybody comes with dimensions. That will be at 12 to 1:30. Again we have a lunch break. And after the lunch break comes something very interesting. Movie. How many of you have seen that movie called Sardar? If you have not, I think tomorrow's don't look at it as a movie. It's one of the most well-documented leadership films ever made in the history of India because the person who produced it actually worked with Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Okay, now this is very interesting. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, he never wrote a book. Others wrote a book on him. So we have some very stalwarts of that generation. Mahatma Gandhi, Nehru, Ambedkar, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Savarkar. There are a lot of people in that particular generation. But what is very important to know that this movie that we are discussing is important in which one? Paper number 3, which is Enlightened Leadership. But we don't want to take a lecture. We want to actually show you a film and look at some dimensions of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel's leadership which is totally unknown. Totally unknown. And he never spoke about himself. Just 1 or 2 things. Just to tell you that I have worked a lot on Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel's life. I personally been to his house, spoke to his family members. have actually realized that उन्होंने जो उस generation में किया, he actually went abroad, that is in England, and did his law, but he completed in half the time and came back. Okay. Second important thing, he was a criminal lawyer. He was against Mahatma Gandhi, and he became the biggest supporter of Mahatma Gandhi, father of the nation. Other important thing is that Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was chosen to be the Prime Minister of India. Yes. Chosen. Yes. ऐसा नहीं कि बोल दिया. He was voted as the Prime Minister of India. Do you know this? Yes. And he gave up the post to Nehru.
Destiny.
Not destiny, choice.
No, I'm saying it changed our whole history.
That's fine. But Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel is an enlightened leader because he was very spiritual in nature. And that I did not understand till I went to his house. In Gujarat, there is a place called as Karamsad. A small place. I've been there and then realized basically his family says, you know, when the child was born, Vallabh, he actually was so evolved spiritually. He was born in a spiritual family. He was meant to change the destiny of the nation. ये सब छोटी छोटी बातें हैं which probably popular, probably is not. And he was known as an Iron Man of India. Remember that? Yes. And now what happened when Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel became the first Deputy Prime Minister of India, Information and Broadcasting Minister of India, and Home Minister. He portfolio, topmost portfolio held by one man, and of course there was Nehru there. And of course we have Gandhiji there. Gandhiji died in 1948, but Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel and Nehru continued to lead. Interestingly, Nehru led for 16 years. Till his death. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel died in 3 years. But what he did in those 16 years is something amazing. Sorry, in the 3 years before and after independence is amazing. In this movie, you will find the first Finance Minister of India working very closely with Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. And after Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel died, they बोला ये तो मैंने इसके साथ काम किया है, know how this great man was that. But history will forget him. So that person himself rose funds and made a movie. The producer of the movie is a person who was the first Finance Minister of India. Who that is, I wanted to do a research and come. And this was actually Ketan Mehta, one of the good producers, director. He was invited and said, please make a movie. It is produced by Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel Foundation. There are a lot of movies like that. Veer Savarkar ka ek movie bana hai Maharashtra mein, funded. Same thing with Ambedkar. They were all great social leaders. So this movie is going to be very interesting, and I don't want to show a movie. We'll stop in time to time, discuss every historical event that happened. It's an amazing movie. It's going to, you start looking at history from a very different angle. So that's enlightened leadership. So that's the plan for tomorrow. Now here, before we break, I want to tell you something that we have decided as far as the schedule for semester 1 is concerned. All of you are worried about exams. No, I'm so happy. So here it is, we give you a range, not exactly a schedule, how it's going to happen over the next few days. So I had a meeting with Madam, Radhakrishna Madam, and also we had a few internal discussions with other board of study members and all. So this is where we have a slight pattern for all of you to plan your vacations and Diwali holiday and everything. Yes. Know that? So nice, isn't it? Yes. Yes. अभी आपको रेंज देते हैं. Okay, Saturday, Sundays will continue. Now currently we are in October, right? Yes. November and December. We have decided that there are two patterns. One is complete the number of lectures. We are very good at that. Every paper needs to have at least 12 lectures. I think average काफी अच्छा है. So if you want, we can actually end it up this October ready for exam, before the exam. Okay, 10 days of study leave. And the exams tentatively will be from 10 to 15. December. ठीक है ना, टाइम है ना? 10 to 15th of December, tentatively, you'll have the actual exams. We may schedule it over 2 weekends, I don't know. We don't want you to take extra holidays for that, but after shooting will be time here. So what is going to happen is that we are going to also give you a Christmas vacation of 2 weeks. So basically, till the end of December 31st, we have holidays. Okay? And the second semester starts from 1st Jan onwards, tentatively. Good enough? January, February, March.
First January.
Now what I mean tentatively, don't worry, yaar. Don't go by the dates. I'm giving you a range. Now look at October.
So,
Let me complete and we'll have your questions. Half of your answers will be given in my briefings. The thing is that you will have holiday immediately in the, we will tentatively have अपना October का third ये कभी है?
Diwali is then 30.
No, अपना October का third week कौन सा है Saturday Sunday का dates के?
22nd,
22nd and 23rd. 22nd will be the last lecture, and November में we will come back and probably take a few lectures, and that will be after or before around 22nd, 15th के March, 15th of November approximately. Your first lecture. बेसिकली इसके बीच में आपको दिवाली वेकेशन है। टेंटेटिवली या? It can be 10 also.
November is the last
No, your November नहीं। See, please understand, I'm giving you a feel of October, November, December exams and study leave. So you can plan your complete next 3 months. Family के साथ कहीं बाहर जाना है तो जाओ। So now things are getting better. The first batch है तो. So let me repeat it. October अभी अपना lectures चलेगा. Today we are in which October?
8th October.
8th October. The next 2 weeks continuously up till 23rd. That means at least 2 more weeks है.
Yes.
There will be continuous lectures happening. Okay, so don't miss any class. Then after that we'll have the Diwali break. When is Diwali?
30th.
तो आपको 23rd से लेके 15 tentatively. 10 भी हो सकता है, 15 भी हो सकता है. 2 या 3 हफ्ता आने की जरूरत नहीं है.
So 19th is the weekend, so that we'll be coming for the 19th and 20th November.
हाँ. तो 19, 20th फिर हम लोग शेड्यूल करते हैं. थोड़ा मैं इस टेंटेटिव रेंज है. We'll tell you as it is. थोड़ा मैं after 23rd there will be no lecture till November. That will tell you when the vacation ends. So no lectures. You don't have to come here also. Then November में we'll have the towards the end of November. Again we'll decide the dates. We will have 4 examinations, projects, assignment जो भी है वो हो जाएगा. वो भी हम आपको बाद में बताएंगे. उसके बाद 1 September से लेके वापस you'll have study leave after vacation or so. फिर दिसंबर में डायरेक्टली आपको एग्जाम देना है. तो बहुत सारे आपको ब्रेक्स मिलेंगे. दिसंबर में एग्जाम देना है, एंड देन once December exams are over, again you have a vacation so that we can correct your paper. And 1st January. Any questions?
You not get the November dates. November 15th तक आप लोग 15th तक छुट्टी रहेगा.
19th is the weekend.
So 12:30 you can start.
That's what I'm giving a range. So it's better to tell you 12.
Oh, 12th. Okay.
Yeah, 12. Not 12. So then we can have 10 days.
हाँ, तो 10 days आपका दिवाली वेकेशन होगा. Then again you come back and then you will have the last lecture. मतलब 1 या 2 हफ्ता आपका और lecture रहेगा till 22nd. Again you have a holiday after your exams are over. है ना, study leave. तब तक आपको पूरा prepare. Then you have to directly come for exams only. और exams होने के बाद again you have a break.
So ये exams 15th तक खत्म हो जाएंगे. 15 December.
हाँ.
ये तक खत्म हो जाएंगे.
Range
और
दे रहा
से
हूँ.
हाँ, range. So your range you're giving is 10 to 15 December, no? Or what?
Let me go. Let
10 is 17, 18.
So let me put it between that.
So 10, 11, 17, 18.
One second. Let me.
Any time between 10 to 20th.
Okay. That's.
So it is weekends like 10, 11, 17, 18.
I would ideally prefer, let me check out whether we can keep this on a Saturday, Sunday, if it is possible. But होता क्या है कि यहाँ पे examination का जो पूरा system हो एक बार समझना होगा. That will manage. But you know where your breaks are, where your lectures are now?
So, second sem starts on 1st Jan. 1st Jan is a Sunday. So, will there be classes on?
आपको चाहिए नहीं चाहिए?
नहीं चाहिए. Sunday, 1st Jan.
Now why am I telling you all these things? Remember each one of you when you came for an interview, when you all came for an interview, we had this doubt कि मेरे को Saturday Sunday हमेशा बैठना पड़ेगा, मेरे को ऑफिस नहीं जा पाऊंगा, ये सब याद है?
Yes.
What I told you, you don't have to come all 56 Saturdays Sundays. There'll be vacations, there'll be breaks. What I'm saying, this group is so good that we can decide. जैसे बीच में एक बार छुट्टी भी दिया था ना, don't come, flexibility रहेगा and all this. So what I'm saying is that ये range आपको कहीं समझो, vacation में जाना है, दिवाली में plan करना है, study के लिए क्या करें. This is a very tentative outline. ठीक है? So you have time for everything now. In between there will be projects, assignments. जो आपको बाद में बताऊंगा. Okay. Now the last thing before we invite her. Next Saturday happens to be 15th of October, which is Abdul Kalam's birthday.
Yeah.
And Government of Maharashtra and our Education Minister Vinod Tavade has made it a Vachak Divas. So reading day. And what we're going to do is that, of course, we'll have some lectures, but we'll also be celebrating reading day. So all of you will be reading, and one important thing is that we have collected and started making a small library within our department here. So how many books do we have now? 60. So we have collected some 60 books on leadership. So you have the list over here. I mean, Prasanna can help you out. What we can do is that next Sunday, next Saturday when we come, we can pick up these books. You can do individual reading, group reading. That will work it out. So we have now started getting a collection of our own physical books now. All connected to leadership, history, etc. So whether you want to come, read something, you can take up the book as a project. So we are slowly creating that also. A lot of leadership books are available. And next Saturday, one of the important things from 11 to 1 o'clock. In political science department, we have a very interesting session where the political science department of Bombay University and the US consulate, they have actually tied up. Because there's American elections going to happen now.
Yeah.
So what is American election? How does it happen? What is happening in America? What is debate? It's all important for leadership. We'll be running through a complete program for all of us. Now, interesting thing is that we are going to be going there as a part of a lecture. But if anybody else is interested, please welcome. Serious students want to know. They are the best of the professors who actually travel to US also to participate there. So next Sunday is Vachak Divas and also American political elections. So your timing has to be from 9 to 4 as you can. Shivanandan sir has agreed to come. Let me check out. Maybe he can come on a Sunday or maybe Saturday evening. We'll work on that. Okay. Any questions?
The Saturday is this Kalam. No.
Yes.
Kalam
Salam
program
to
that
Kalam.
you are also speaking in.
Salam to Kalam.
Salam to Kalam College.
But that's a different program.
Okay.
That is not part
That's
of
not
Bombay.
become
There are a lot of events happening. You only forward, na Chetan sir?
Yes, sir.
So there is a program, Salam to Kalam, our Indian Foundation is doing, where I've been invited as a speaker.
Yeah, that's why we go.
But that's not a Mumbai University event. There is where you must be seeing, Meena keeps doing a lot of posts, where सब जगह बात करते हैं. I'm only going as a speaker. But what I'm doing that here, we'll be having a Kalam celebration in our group. That's different. Yet I am common both of them. So as you said, I may go. I told them I may come.
You're written mostly.
वो इन्विटेशन बहुत आते हैं मेरे को सैटरडे संडे यहाँ कमिटमेंट पहले है टुडे ऑल्सो कैंसल्ड 2 programs so that's not organized by us but that is also there. Anything else? So half an hour to 40 minutes break.
Thank you, sir. So this American consulate thing,
It's going to happen at political science department in a building called Spinoza Mehta Hall. This campus will happen. Thank you. Calling for next